So here is the n8n AI agent tutorial for beginners. n8n is a powerful workflow automation platform that lets you build custom automations and AI agents by connecting different apps, services, and APIs together. It gives you full control over your workflows and is especially useful if you want to create advanced automations without being locked into rigid, pre-built tools. If you want to follow along with this tutorial step by step, click on the link below to access n8n and get started. So first of all, let's head over to n8n.io. And as you can see, I'm already here. You will see these sections on the top. Let's check out the pricing plans. On this page, you'll be able to view all the plans that they offer, starting with Starter, Pro, Business, and Enterprise. You can also switch between monthly and yearly plans to view them. So after that, let's go over to the top right corner and click on Sign In or Get Started if you're new. So once you click on Get Started, all you need to do is put in all of these details, starting with your email, your full name, password, and account name. So fill up the details and click on Start 14-day free trial. While putting in your password, make sure that it meets all the requirements. And then choose your account name and you're good to go. After that, just click on Start Automating on this page. You will then be redirected to the n8n dashboard. On this page, you can click on Try an AI Workflow or Start from Scratch. And on the left side, you will get to see these options, starting with the plus sign to start a new project, and then the command bar, also Overview, Personal, and Chat. And on the bottom, you will get to see all of these options like templates. So if you head over to templates, you can click on See More Templates and you'll be taken to this page right here. And as you can see, there are a lot of templates available for us to use. You can go through them and check them out. Then there is Insights. This is where you'll be able to view all your functionality details of your AI agents. You can see the graphs for each of these options, and this helps you get detailed insights about your usage of n8n. You can also check through different dates if you want. And then there's Help and Settings. Over here, you will get to see all the settings available for this platform. For now, let's just head over to Overview on the top left. From here, you can choose between any of these options. As an example, I will click on Try an AI Workflow, and we will then be redirected to this page where we need to set up our template. So as you can see, a basic template appears in front of us. On the bottom left, you have the options to zoom in and zoom out, and also undo any actions or clean up your workflow. All of these here are different nodes performing different tasks. For example, this one over here is the chat model, which is now OpenAI. You can delete it and add another one if you want. Just click on the plus icon and you will get this pop-up on the right side. From here, you can see all the language models available on n8n. You can also use the search bar to search for different nodes. For example, if we want Gemini, we can just search for it and then click on it from the options. After that, you need to select the credential to connect with. So click on Select Credential and click on Create New Credential. Here, you need to put in the host URL and then the API key from Gemini. And to get the API key, let's head over to Google AI Studio. And as you can see, we're in the website. From here, you need to look for the API keys. So click on View API Keys over here. And as you can see, there are none created. So click on Create API Key on the top right. So here, you need to name your key and click on Create Key. After that, a new API key for Gemini will be created. So once it's done, just click on the project name and then click on it again, and you will be able to view the API key just like this. Click on Copy and you can paste it onto n8n. So go over to this page and paste the API key right over here. Once you're done, just click on Save on the top right. After that, your connection will be created and successfully tested. Now let's cancel it. And once the credential is connected, you can go over to Model and change the model according to your preference. And if you go over to Add Options, you will get to see all of these options that you can go through. For now, we won't be using them. Now let's cancel it, and as you can see, Gemini chat model has been added instead of OpenAI. And on the memory section, if you click on it, you will be able to see all of these options on the right side. You can choose any of these depending on your needs. This will allow the AI model to remember past interactions. So for example, we selected the simple one. And if you go over to session ID, you can choose between these options. You can use the chat trigger node or define one below. You can also set how many past interactions the model receives as context, and it is set as 5. Now, let's cancel it and go to the workflow. And as you can see, the simple memory node has been added. Then we have the tool option. If you click on this plus icon, you will get to see all the tools available on the right side. You can go through them or use the search bar to look for whatever tool that you want to add, depending on your purpose and work. So here, I will use the QuickBooks Online tool. Now, we need to set this up as well. So you need to start with selecting a credential. And since we just started off, we need to create a new credential. So click on Create New Credential, and you need to fill in all of these details. Make sure that they're correct, and you get the details from whatever platform that you're connecting. I'm just putting in some random details as an example. Then click on Connect My Account on the bottom. After that, just go through the other sections like tool description. You can set it to auto or manual. Then set the resource. After that, you can set the operation for this node. Go through these options and choose the one that you want. Then go through each of these options and set them up according to your needs, depending on what node you're using and what its purpose is. You can also add filters by clicking on Add Field. Then you can set them up according to your needs. So now let's cancel it and go back to the workflow. And as you can see, the node has been added. You can also add additional nodes if you want. For that, let's click on the plus icon again. Then, from the options on the right side, just search for whatever node that you want. As an example, I will search for the Send Email tool, and then click on it. After that, to set it up, we need to put in the credential at first. So let's click on Select Credential. After that, we'll click on Create New Credential and put in the user information. On the user section, I will put in my email address. So let's go ahead and type it in. So after putting in your email address, you need to put in a password as well. We'll get to it in a bit. For host, I'll be using smtp.gmail.com. Once we're done putting in these details, I will get the password for the account. For that, let's go over to the top right corner of the Chrome browser and click on the profile. Here, let's go to Security and Sign In. Then, we will use the search bar on the top and search for app password. After that, from the suggestions, we will select app passwords. So to create a new app-specific password, we need to type in the app name. So for this, I'll just type in n8n and click on Create. So as you can see, the password has been generated. Just select the entire text and copy it. Then we will go over to n8n and paste the password over here. Now, let's scroll down further. As you can see, there is an option for client hostname. Here, we can type in the host name, then click on Save on the top right corner. Since these were some example details, we were not able to connect it. Now let's cancel it, and then you can set up the other settings from here just like we did before. Just go through each of these sections and fill in the details. Keep in mind that different nodes will require different information depending on the purpose and need of that node. So depending on what your purpose is for the AI agent that you're trying to create, you need to look up how to set up each node and how to find the information to fill in. And for that, you can ask ChatGPT or any other AI model for guidance. That will make the process much easier and faster for you to get through and understand. So once we're done setting this up, let's just go ahead and cancel it. And as you can see, the new node has been added as well. Once you're done, just click on Save on the top right and your new workflow will be saved with the edits. This way, you can easily create AI agent workflows on n8n, but make sure to put in all the information correctly in order for your agent to function properly. And that's it. That is the n8n AI agent tutorial for beginners.